Welcome, Rockstars, and thank you for joining my channel once again. My name is Raxian, and you'll see now, just in case some people were wondering about what I have on my screen here, because I'm sure some people are kind of curious. Let me see if I can do this. Right here is synonymous to the bit bucket, or well, bit bucket is a networking term, but bit counter. It's like an HP bar. If you're on Twitch, purchase little bits and to take down the boss. I'm currently the boss, so you need to be able to take me down. So what happens is if you take down enough hit points, there'll be a new boss, and your name, your email, or your name, your Twitch name will show up there, or your YouTube name. So if you want some self-promotion, all you have to do is just hit that, and it'll bring down the hit points, and eventually if you get enough, you'll be the new boss, and then someone else will try to get you down, and etc., etc. This thing keeps on acting up. You know, like weird feedback on the mic. Okay, next up, this desert. That will be, let me just say this way, that's anonymous, and is a crypto puzzle. Search it up, you'll find out what it is. It's just the very first piece of a big, long thing. You'll see clues. Not right now, but you will see clues either on the screen or in my background or in my Twitter, YouTube profile, maybe Facebook, maybe Instagram, maybe Snapchat, but there'll be different pieces of puzzle. And if you can solve the puzzle, you'll get a prize. So all those that like puzzles and you know what I'm talking about, but it hasn't been, just so that you just don't start going frantic looking at all my videos yet, it hasn't been finalized yet, but I will give you a very obvious go. It'll be a video. It'll say, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And the timing of that will be critical. If you see the video, you see the video at a particular date and timestamp, that's a hint. Also, watch the video closely for the timestamp on the actual video as the timing of it. That's also a hint, as well as for those that like editing videos, you know how I can specify different things at different times. There's going to be a little treat for you there, and that's going to be a clue. The thing is, when I went on, here's a little snippet. Maybe I should make a separate video on this, and I probably will, but just to cut it short, I went on Route 66 quite a few years ago, and I actually left clues and hints all across the route. I did this, it was like 2008, I believe I did this. Yes, I was preparing for this all this time, and they're all still there. Some people are going to love this. Anyways, that's what that's for. Obviously, Twilight, DJ Pwn, and Rainbow Dash. That's just my favorites, but there's also something else to that. Over in the corner there, now it's kind of weird because I'm an opposite angle. Well, you recognize the Patreon symbol. I actually have a link on my my YouTube page that will bring you to the Patreon, because the My Little Pony videos are all the funds going to Hasbro. That's just the nature of it, yeah. Which I don't mind. I don't mind any commercial ads or anything like that, any revenue going to Hasbro, because they make well, they sponsor a good quality show. They don't make it, but they sponsor a good quality show. The ones who truly are the true heroes of the show are the writers. Great job on the script. Voice actors and actresses for their talent, and just the overall production and the quality of the show. So I give you credit for that. And notice I said writers first, because writers are always the unsung hero of these things, and they're the ones who really put it in, who think carefully about the dialogue and what works. The snappy, relevant one-liners, the relevant information, the historical references. Well done, well done. Next to that is that little graphical art. That's actually my YouTube channel. Under that is a picture of my OC. For those that may be new initiated, OC is your original character. I got a couple other pictures, but just one I've been putting as my favorite. And down here is my little insignia, which might change soon. So that's for 2 cents. Okay, now to the video. My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, Season 1, Episode 23, the Cutie Mark Chronicles. Cutie Mark Crusaders episode. Here we go.
Are you sure about this, Scootaloo?
I don't know,
I've never
Scootaloo.
even heard of a pony ziplining before. Neither have I.
I didn't know that was a thing
told
there.
Me it was awesome.
What do you know? I have not been ziplining. You know, not that it would break, but I always wondered if it would cause a lot of heat friction.
See anything? Tree sap and pine needles, but no Cutie Mark.
Oh.
Plan B? Yeah, you know where we can find a cannon at this hour?
Scared, run for your life.
It's no use. No matter what we try, we always end up without our Cutie Marks. And surprisingly often covered in tree sap. Maybe we should do
They
something
probably
less
have worked the
dangerous,
hardest
like
for their
pillow
Cutie Marks
testing
as anyone
or
I've ever
flower
seen.
sniffing. This town is full of ponies who have their Cutie Marks. Why don't we ask them how they did it?
That's good.
That's a great, safe idea.
Greg, I haven't seen anyone work as hard in,
and we
like
can
in
start
a
with
job
the
than
coolest
these
pony in
guys.
Ponyville.
And I've seen plenty of.
Rarity!
Well, I
Come
won't
on,
get to that.
guys. I said cool. You know who I'm talking about. She's fast. She's tough. She's not afraid of anything.
Applejack?
Pinkie Pie? No, the greatest flyer ever to come out of Cloudsdale.
Derpy?
Fluttershy? No, Rainbow Dash.
I knew what she was gonna say.
That makes much more sense. Of
Couldn't-
course. Let's do it. Let's find out how Rainbow Dash earned her Cutie Mark. Yeah! Ah! Ah!
My little pony, my little pony. Ah.
Get back here, you thieving vermins!
Leaving what now?
Apple Bloom?
Hey, sis, how'd you get your Cutie Mark?
I never told you that story.
Hey, I thought we were gonna ask Rainbow Dash. We need all the help we can get. Fine.
Why, shoot. I was just a little filly, even littler than y'all. I didn't want to spend my life on a muddy old apple farm. I wanted to live the sophisticated life, like my aunt and Uncle Orange. So I set out to try my luck in the big city, Manhattan, the most cosmopolitan city in all of Equestria.
Hey, out of the way, you rube!
I knew I'd find out who I was meant to be in Manhattan. Aunt Orange, Uncle Orange, thank y'all so much for letting me stay.
Y'all, isn't she just the living end?
How quaint.
Don't worry, we'll have you acting like a true Manhattanite in no time.
And how are you finding good old Manhattan?
Oh, it's simply divine.
Very well said, my dear.
So odd to see.
Although, I must admit the city noise took some getting used to. Where I'm from, nights are so quiet, you seldom hear a peep until the roosters wake you.
The what?
I say, my dear, what in the world is a rooster?
What's
Really?
he talking about? What do I say? I don't want to look like a fool.
Dinner is served.
I like how sophistication is
Goodness,
always
being
British.
a city pony's hard work. I'm so hungry I could eat a...
Eat what? Nothing.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Oh, I wonder what Granny Smith and Big Macintosh are up to.
It is true that a lot of
Bet
fancy
they're
dishes
up
are very
bucking their
small
way
plates.
Through the red delicious trees.
I've seen it.
Oh,
$40
well, I
for
wouldn't eat just one bite.
small little
I
thing.
never felt so homesick in all my days as I did right then. It was amazing. A rainbow pointing right back to home. In that moment, it all became clear. I knew right then just who I was supposed to be. appeared. I've been happily working the farm ever since. There they are!
Is that Angel Bunny?
Back here, you thieving vermin!
Aw, that was such a sweet story. Sweet? Try sappy. Ugh. Come on, we've got to find Rainbow Dash and hear the cool way to get a cutie mark.
That's of course assuming that she would have had a full way. I'm not saying she wouldn't, but
All right, little ones. This way. This way. You really should be more careful. Some pony could get hurt. Why are you in such a hurry anyway? We're trying to find Rainbow Dash so we can hear how she earned her cutie mark. Oh, that would be interesting. You know, I wouldn't have gotten my cutie mark if it weren't for her. Rainbow Dash? Really? Oh, yes. It all started at summer flight camp. You'd never guess, but when I was little, I was very shy. And a very weak flyer.
oh. Very small too. Could have been worse.
Nice going, Clutchershy. They ought to ground you permanently.
Clutchershy, that's a stretch.
can fly better than you.
It was the most humiliating moment of my life. And then, out of nowhere... Leave her alone!
Ooh, what are you gonna do,
Cute mini Rainbow Dash.
Keep making fun of her and find out!
You think you're such a big shot? Why don't you prove it?
What do you have in
Yeah,
mind?
they always talk a big talk, but you never see them do anything mean.
You're going down.
In
Really?
history, maybe. See you boys at the finish line.
Okay, they can fly. Oh. That would have hurt
I've never
from that height.
seen such beautiful creatures. Butterflies don't fly as high
They
as
took
my
care of
car
her.
home, and I had never been near the ground before. What is this place filled with so many wonders, casting its spell that
Look,
I
she's
am
flying.
now wonder. Squirrels in the trees and the cute little bunnies, birds flying free and bees with their honey.
Well, some people have difficulty finding their call.
Oh, what a magical place, and I owe it all to the Pegasus race. If I knew the ground had so much up its sleeve, I'd have come here sooner and never leave. Yes, I love everything.
Great way to live, flashlight.
It's okay. You can come out. Everything's okay. There's
Oh.
nothing to be afraid of. Somehow, I had the ability to communicate with the animals on a different level. Wait. What happened to Rainbow Dash? What about the race? Oh, well, I wasn't there, so I don't really know what happened. Come on, Crusaders. We've got to find her. Besides, I can't take any more singing. Maybe my sister knows where she is. Hi, Fluttershy. Bye, girls.
And
How do we get roped into this? We'll never hear Rainbow Dash's story.
Are you girls still obsessing over your cutie marks?
of course.
Of course. Most of the fillies at school already have theirs.
I know how you feel.
Can't
For
worry
the
about that
longest
stuff.
time, I couldn't figure out why I didn't have mine.
It doesn't bounce.
Well done, Rarity. Your costumes are very nice.
nice.
They kind of bounce in a
They need
weird
to be
rhythmic.
spectacular, and the performance is tomorrow.
Why?
I tried every
sorry.
trick I could think of, but nothing seemed to work.
She would say
Costumes
that.
just weren't right, and the play opened that night. Maybe I'm not meant to be a fashionista after all.
Ooh. Now,
What's going on?
this is interesting.
I had no idea where my
Look at
horn
her
was
face.
taking me. But unicorn magic doesn't happen without a reason.
But it's
I knew
interesting
this
that she has
had
no
to do with
control
my
over
love of
it.
fashion, and maybe even my cutie mark. I knew that this was my destiny.
A rock.
A rock? That's my destiny?
Yes.
What is your problem, horn?
You should be in a rock
I
farm.
followed you all the way out here for a rock? Dumb rock!
If you ever want to go treasure hunting, she's your girl. So you notice that your cutie mark are gems, not like
aren't getting us any closer
a needle
to our
and
cutie
thread
marks.
or clothes.
All about finding who you really are and boring stuff like that. Yes, Scootaloo, that's exactly.
Gems.
Come on, girls. We need action. We need Rainbow Dash.
So maybe her
As a young
her
filly
ability
in
isn't
Canterlot,
truly
I always
fashion.
wanted to go to the Summer Sun celebration, where Princess Celestia raises the sun.
Hmm.
And I saw the most amazing, most wonderful thing I've ever seen.
I want to go there. Aw. Small Twilight.
I poured myself into learning everything I could about magic.
Merlin would be proud. Or Elminster. Gandalf. Name your...
My parents decided to enroll me in Princess Celestia's school for gifted unicorns. It was a dream come true. Except for one thing. I had to pass an entrance exam.
No pressure. Egg.
Well, Miss Sparkle?
Hatch an egg. Makes you wonder where they got the egg from.
Well, Miss Sparkle?
You can do it. Come on, focus. You can do it. Come on.
We don't have all day.
I knew it was the most important day of my life, that my entire future would be affected by the outcome of this day. And I was
Okay.
about to blow it.
Come on.
I'm sorry I wasted your time.
Aw. Oh. Whoa. That's actually metamorphosis. That's huge. Huh. Aw.
Twilight Sparkle,
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't.
you have a very special gift.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't think I've ever come across a unicorn with your raw abilities.
Huh?
But you need to learn to
Huh?
tame these abilities through focused study.
Huh?
Twilight Sparkle, I'd like to make you my own personal protege here at the school.
Huh?
Well,
Close your mouth there, Twilight.
one other thing, Twilight.
More?
In midair. Ouch. Oh!
My cutie mark.
And she's still doing that to this day. Yep.
Okay. We're happy for you, Twilight.
Yeah, thrilled. Let's get out of here while we still can.
Such enthusiasm.
Yes!
Aw.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Are you okay? Is something wrong with you? You need to call a doctor?
Why don't we ever smash into Rainbow Dash?
You're looking for Rainbow Dash? If I was her, I'd be at Sugar
Pinky with her
Of course, if I was anyone,
supernatural
I'd be at
ability
Sugar
to just peer
Hey,
anywhere.
I have an idea. Want to go to Sugar Cube Corner?
Well, we're sort of looking for Rainbow Dash so we can hear how she got her cutie mark.
Cutie Mark? Come with me and I'll tell you how I got mine.
Why not?
All right. My
Only
sisters and I were raised
only-
on a rock farm outside of Pony.
Rock farm.
We spent our days working the fields. There was no talking. There was no smiling. There were only rocks. We were in the south field preparing to rotate the rocks to the east field when all of a sudden...
Well, now that's intense. That's almost like, well,
I never felt joy like that before. It felt so good I just wanted to keep smiling forever. And I wanted everyone
it's
I
almost
knew
like
to
an
smile
uncanny
too.
valley
Rainbows
smile.
don't come along that often. I wondered how else could I create some smiles.
Oh,
We better harvest the rocks from the south field.
Pinkamena Diane Pie, is that you?
Pinkamena Diane
Dad
Pie.
and the sisters to come in here, quick!
How does she get the stuff for this? You know what? I wish you would like cater all my birthday parties. Seriously,
It's called a party.
I never really had a big birthday party.
Oh, you don't like it. Oh, you like it! I'm so happy! And that's how Equestria was named.
What? Wait, what?
Huh? Look, we're here! Maybe on the way home I can tell you the story of how I got my cutie mark. It's a gem.
There's something to that.
Oh, come on.
There has to be something to that. I know, but there's something.
Rainbow Dash, you're here!
Finally.
I hear you're looking for my cutie mark story.
You have no idea what I've been through today to hear that
Scootaloo.
story.
Take
It
a
all
seat.
happened during the race at Flight Camp, where I stood alone
Race
against
at
all
Flight Camp.
odds to defend Fluttershy's honor.
No shipping. Oh, hey, what's up? That'd be funny if, like, she let the other two, like, hit something and she just stood there. That. Ouch.
I'd never flown like that before. The freedom was unlike anything I'd ever felt. The speed, the adrenaline, the wind in my mane. I liked it. A lot.
Whoa, they're a little excited there, Rainbow Dash.
Later,
A
Rainbow
lot.
Trash.
Hey! Turns out the only thing I like more than flying fast
Oh, smoked you.
winning.
Ooh. Yeah, hit it. Nice.
Most people thought that the Sonic Rainbow was just an old mare's tale. But that day, the day I discovered racing,
Oh, yeah.
I proved that the legends were true.
She actually created the
I
rainbow
made
out
the
of her.
impossible happen.
It's actually pretty cool. I mean, even like modern days, that'd be cool to
That,
see.
little ones, is how you earn a cutie mark.
Whoa. Wait a second. I heard that explosion, and I saw the rainbow too. Rainbow Dash, if you hadn't scared the animals, I never would have learned I could communicate with them and gotten my cutie mark. I heard that boom, and right afterwards there's this amazing rainbow that taught me to smile.
When I got my cutie mark, I saw a rainbow that pointed me home. I spit it was your sonic
Which
rainbow.
must mean it
There
hit
was an
like a
explosion I
wide
could never
area.
explain when I got my cutie mark. This is uncanny. If that explosion didn't happen when
Uncanny
it did,
valley.
I would have blown my entrance exam. Rainbow Dash, I think you helped me earn my cutie mark too.
That's actually pretty important.
We all owe our cutie marks to you. Do you realize what this means? All of us had a special connection before we even met. We've been BFFs forever, and we didn't even know
Look at that
it.
face.
Come here, y'all.
Such an odd face on her.
I love
Now look
you
at
guys.
Twilight's face looking kind of...
Aww. Ew. Give me a break. Come on, Crusaders. Maybe we just need to try zip lining again.
Oh, caught in a cuddle huddle. Blah. Cuddle, puddle, huddle. Yeah.
Dear Princess Celestia, today I learned something amazing.
Bees.
Every pony everywhere has a special magical connection with her friends, maybe even before she's met them. If you're feeling lonely and you're still searching for your true friends, just look up in the sky. Who knows? Maybe you and your future best friends are all looking at the same
the sky
rainbow.
now.
Gross. When did you get so cheesy?
Just write it, Spike.
Cheesy. Excellent episode. A really good backstory to each of the ponies and like what they're doing. It kind of makes sense where it's just you know, I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to say something without, because I remember I've seen some of the future episodes. Yeah, I'll reserve some of my commentary for once you reach season 7, because some of the other things I've written and made. But Applejack as a British socialite, just it kind of fits in a way, because she's the most it'd be the most, almost like the most polar opposite. Like Rarity, she would fit in just fine. Fluttershy, you can kind of see it. Pinky before and after, she'd be like, eh. But Applejack's completely the opposite side. So having her be a social, like a fancy socialite, kind of fits in the whole, you know, diamond in the rough, kind of throw it into this whole different thing. And Pinkamena Diane Pie, oh, that's a name, in a rock farm. Definitely, it actually is a very big contrast as well, if you think about it, because rock. I mean, not to say that rocks aren't exciting, but they portrayed it as very dull, very gray, very, you know, like, and I could tell like they got a lot of reference from like an Amish family kind of situation. But you know the what their work, you know, their demeanor, the clothes, it's like very Amish presence. And so it had a very kind of like a straight, strict, kind of quiet family, to have someone that likes parties and out there, and that was also a good contrast. And I always wondered about where they got Spike's egg from. I mean, was it like a failed raid, or was it just lost? Or, I mean, curiosity. It also makes you wonder, who hatched Spike? Would that ever be an episode? Would that be any backstory? There could be great fan fiction involved in that. I just actually got a couple ideas, but yeah, okay. Yes, this is a good story. It kind of shows the backstory even of like, you know, Rarity. You know, everyone talks about Rarity's fashion, but it's not specifically fashion that's her cutie mark. It's gems. And I do like how the show is always reminding you the fact that it's gems, not specifically clothes, but gems. Because clothes are clothes, but then she always adorns gems on the clothes to make it look fantastic. And I think there's a subtle, because you don't see like a cloth or a needle and thread or a sewing machine as a cutie mark. It's gems. So that's something that you have to really consider. And I think maybe a lot of people that have watched this for a while, even like myself, I've seen it like several times. You always have to think in the back of your mind, that's right. It's not there's no actual clothes in her cutie mark. It's gems. So could she be out of the fashion industry and still be doing or fulfilling her purpose? She could be a gem farmer. She has the ability. No, not that she would want to do that, but it's taking your ability and fine tuning it in such a way. Like gems are raw ability, but she fine tunes it to the point to make clothes. Well, like with Fluttershy, her cutie mark was butterflies. Now, I'm sure some of you made a connection that because the very first thing that happened to her was she fell into a bunch of butterflies, and so that became her cutie mark. And of course, the associated ability with her is her able to communicate with animals. So it's very interesting the actual image of the actual cutie mark, like balloons, the star, and just of course Applejack with apple. I mean that makes sense. But I think there's some subtle information that we tend to just kind of gloss over when we really got to look at the cutie mark specifically. I bet you now that I said that you're probably going to filter through some of the other episodes to look more critical at some of these cutie marks. Like, wait a minute, there's something to this. Hopefully now that I'm going to be starting from the beginning, you'll be able to watch it with me and join me and all that stuff. But yeah, this was a great episode. And the fact that the single point of connection is Rainbow Dash's rainbow. Now, was it an energy transference, the shockwave, just the inspiration? I mean, and it had to have been pretty big if Applejack saw from where she was, but she wasn't anywhere near the area, and she still saw it. So that means that pretty much practically anyone and everyone probably got a chance to see that. So yeah, so this was an excellent episode, and a lot of funny marks and a lot of real introspection on each of the characters, of the personalities, the contrast of who they were to who they are, the struggles they had to go through to find out. Of course, the Cutie Mark Crusaders trying to really work really hard to find what their true purpose is. We all have to do. I mean, some people have it easy, but some of us, we go through 8 years of college to try to find our purpose. So it takes a lot of study, a lot of hard work, and you never know. I mean, you may spend all that time, and I've heard of people spend like 11 years going to med school, where they only had one more year to go, and then they went and they could have gone to clinicals, and they dropped out. At that point, with all the money, I'd say spend the extra year, 2 or 3, just to get it done. Then pay your bills, and then if you really want to do something else, then do that. But that's not my life. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Thank you. If you like what you see and you like this commentary, analysis, review, whatever you want to call it, please leave a message, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment. I want to see the notification. I mean, it's just, the YouTube thing. I mean, everyone says it all the time. But I really like to support. As you know, all the revenue goes to Hasbro, so I'm doing this out of my own interest and my own love for the show. So I do have a Patreon. Not asking, just mentioning out there. If you feel like you want to donate something, I'd be very grateful. And you do know this, that any comment that gets on my page, I will respond to you. If you want me to do a shout out, I mean, I'll do that. I'm very careful of my subscribers and the people that I'm with, and it really does mean a lot to me. And well, I will see you next time, and take care and have a wonderful day. Peace.